The Ender Dragon is one of the most memorable and notorious creatures in gaming. But is it even alive? One of the main reasons I believe that the Ender Dragon is a robot is because it is able to be respawned and summoned. The reason the Ender Dragon's summoning is suspicious is because unlike other mobs such as the Wither, which only drop loot, upon the Ender Dragon's first death a portal opens back to the overworld, as well as a gateway to the Outer End Islands. This means that when the Ender Dragon is killed it alters the landscape surrounding it. This suggests that the Enderman built and programmed the Ender Dragon to do this, since no other mob in the game is capable of anything similar. Further supporting the idea that the Ender Dragon is programmed is the fact that it has a routine, which it follows even if it may result in the death of the dragon. Most mobs in Minecraft either have a fight or flight response, but the Ender Dragon's behavior is different, often just taking the damage, not fighting back. Evidence suggesting that the Ender Dragon is a robot are the advancements of the ancient builders, who went from building simple villages in the middle of deserts or vast open plains to building elaborate fortresses, grand monuments and towering cities. The fact that iron golems act as if they were programmed further supports this idea. The iron golem is either built or is summoned when the villagers are panicking, suggesting the iron golem could be a simple robot, possibly showing the progression of the ancient builders. Further supporting this idea is the fact that an iron golem's head is a pumpkin. When the player wears a pumpkin, the Endermen do not become hostile when you stare at them, implying that the Endermen either built the iron golems or that they knew of their existence and were friendly to them. One of the reasons I started looking into this theory was because of a section of the mob bestiary called Legends of the Pigs. The idea of the pigs having a civilization is further supported by the Zombified Pigman page. As the piglins were only released after the mob bestiary, the former Zombified Pigman lore is likely now the new piglins lore. The piglins likely formed a civilization long before the player entered the world, suggesting that the piglins and humans both existed at the same time. This can be seen by the fact that piglins and the villagers, the most human-like in the game, both can trade or barter with Steve. These two mobs also have different roles within each group, likely meaning they traded with each other. Therefore when some of the humans evolved to become Endermen, they still may have traded. Then when the piglins went to the nether, the piglins harvested lots of nether materials like blaze rods and ghast tears. This could be the reason that the end cities have some of the loot like saddles, gold ingots and emeralds. All of these items can be traded with piglins and villagers. This could also show why parts of the end crystals are made of materials that would be near impossible for the Enderman to get without a trading alliance with the piglins. In the crafting recipe for the end crystal, an item which can create the Ender Dragon out of thin air, there are 3 crucial ingredients. The first 2 are the ghast tear and the blaze powder. Crucially, the ghast and the blaze share a unique trait: they both shoot fireballs. The only other mob which shoots fireballs is the Ender Dragon. This could suggest that the Ender Dragon needs the drops from other mobs to gain their attributes. The third vital ingredient is the Ender Pearl, which I believe gives the Ender Dragon its appearance. However, Minecraft The End says, the Ender Pearls were to an Enderman, as a heart and a soul were to a human. A few sentences later it adds, and that, to a human, was apparently worth ripping the soul from an Enderman. This shows a link between the Enderman and the humans, because they both have souls, further supporting the idea that the Endermen are an evolved ancient builder species. Yet, if the Ender Pearls are like a heart to an Enderman, then why would they use them for the End Crystals? I believe that there was another way of getting the Ender Pearls during this era. Another reason I believe that the Ender Dragon is a robot is because when the Ender Dragon is killed, another major event happens. It creates a massive light show. No other mob in the game does this, including other bosses like the Wither. This could suggest that the inner components of a circuit powering the Ender Dragon is being destroyed. The Endermen also have a motive to do this. In Minecraft The End, it focuses on the human invasion of the End. In the book, they also mention the brief skirmishes the humans engaged in with the Endermen. I believe the Ender Dragon was once a real creature, but when it was almost hunted to extinction, an Enderman who wanted power and control over the Enderman carefully recreated the Ender Dragon in robotic form, and made the Enderman worship the dragon. But if you want to learn more about this, watch the video on screen now.